Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, my YouTube family. Um, it's early. I mean, it's not early in the morning now. It's not. What time is after 8? It's about 8:30. But I have been up since like about 3:30 this morning. I mean, my mornings start early anyway. But I'm uploading a video. I'm pretty sure y'all read the thumbnail title or whatever. I got a colonoscopy. What's today? So yeah, this is. Sorry, I'm tired. This will be my first colonoscopy, and I think I've mentioned my age, which age doesn't have anything to do with it, but I am 48 years old. But it used to be where they recommend that you have men and women have a colon. Now, like I said, this video is for informational purposes only. Excuse me, y'all. So it's not like speaking from a medical doctor or a PA or anything like that, or a medical assistant. This is what I was told. It used to be 50 years old that they suggest or recommend that you have a colonoscopy, right? But from what I was told, at least my PCP, my primary care physician, told me they have moved the age up to 45 because they are finding colon cancer in younger people. Now, so this is my first time. I was supposed to have the colonoscopy. I'm 48 now. A couple years ago, after I had that surgery, about 2 years ago. But I don't know what happened. It was just yeah. I don't know what happened. But anyway, I said let me just go ahead and just get it done now. And I want to get it done before the new year. So today is what is today? Today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, by the way. Um, so yeah, I said let me just go ahead and get it done now. So yeah, I was supposed to have it 2 years ago and I didn't have it done. So I mean, now we'll tell you this because when you have a colonoscopy, of course you can't drive. They want you to have a driver. And during that time, I remember like a couple years ago, I was like, okay, I understand you can't drive, but what about like using an Uber? Because that was my thing or whatever. And I was like, well, why don't I just get an Uber or something like that? And it was like, they don't even want you to have an Uber. Now, like I said, this is in the state of Texas. I don't know about anywhere else. I don't know, but they don't really care for that. So, yeah. So comment below. Let me know if you've ever had a colonoscopy done, or what are your thoughts on it? Are you scared, afraid? For me, myself, I'm not really afraid. I'm not afraid. I mean, of course, I just hate anything that's medical related when it's time to, have like tests. But I don't care how much I hate it. When it comes to my health, I don't play around with my health. You only get one chance at life, right here on this earth, anyway, right? So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's not unicorns and rainbows when it's time to get the yearly pap smear or the mammogram or, you know, but we are, the physical is not, at least for me, it's not like I'm doing cartwheels, but I have it done because for preventive measures, right? So that protects you. But like I said, I'm not gonna be on here long because I've already, for those of you who don't know, maybe you've never had a colonoscopy before, but like I said, this is my first time, and I'm gonna show you the kit. Um, yes, I did take the wig off. I ended up washing my real hair, conditioning my real hair, and I just put it up, and it's just like in a bun ball till something the next hairstyle, right? So this is the box that it came in. This is it right here. Now, like I said, I'm not saying, this is what you're going to get because I don't know. I mean, like I said, some people have had colonoscopies for the very first time, and there are some people that may be having it for, the third time, every 10 years. I don't know exactly what the frequency is, but like I say, this being my first time, came in a box, and this is what in the box. See, y'all see my gray. You get 2 bottles of these. At least that's what I got. I'm not saying this is going to be the same kit for everyone because, like I say, I don't know, right? But I got 2 bottles of these. The first one I had to start drinking 6 o'clock, late 6 o'clock evening. Yeah, late 6 o'clock yesterday evening. I have not eaten anything since what's today? Monday. Since Sunday because you have to fast, right? So the only thing I had yesterday was water, just clear water or whatever. I've heard some people say that you can have broth, but I don't really care for stuff like that because then I start thinking about sodium and stuff, right? But I got 2 bottles of these. The first one I drunk at 6 o'clock, and I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be really nasty. I thought the taste was gonna be worse. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it tastes good, but I thought it was gonna be really bad. That was my main concern because I'm like, I heard people say it's an awful taste. That's what I've heard people say that have had a cold, and I'm like, oh, this stuff tastes so awful. So that's what I was expecting. Now, like I said, I mean, maybe things have changed. Maybe they've changed the flavor. I don't know. But like I said, when I drank the first bottle, because I was like, oh my God, I usually don't drink in the bathroom. Not as in drink, but I mean, like, I usually don't drink anything in the bathroom. I mean, I don't because it's the bathroom, right? But I said, you know what? Let me take this in the bathroom because I thought it was gonna be nasty, and I just wanted to be close to the restroom, right? Because I didn't know if I was gonna have to take a hard left because of the taste, right? But it wasn't that bad. I mean, it doesn't taste good, but it's not awful in my opinion, right? So you get 2 bottles of these. The first one I drank at 6 o'clock yesterday evening, and then I had to get up super early this morning, which is not super early in my opinion, but I got up around 3 o'clock because I had to take the second dose, which this is the bottle. They're the exact same bottles, right? I had to take the second dose at 4 o'clock a.m. this morning. So I was up about 3:30, or whatever the case may be, because I'm the type of person, I don't know, maybe it's me. When I don't like to put anything in my mouth. Like when after I've slept, I don't want no breakfast. I don't want no coffee. I don't really drink coffee like that anyway. I don't want no juice. I don't want anything until I have cleaned my mouth. That is first and foremost. Like I said, I know there are some people like, oh, well, let me eat my breakfast. And I'm like, wow. But like I said, I'm not talking about anyone to each his own. Everyone is different. But I have to clean my mouth first. I don't want anything to drink. No water, nothing. Let me clean my mouth. Thoroughly clean my mouth. So that was, I got up, so now I'm getting ready, like I said, to get my shower and start getting dressed or whatever. Um, so the second bottle was at 4 o'clock this morning, right? First I did, after coming out of prayer, thanking God or whatever, let me clean my mouth, brush my teeth or whatever. Then I drank this. So you get 2 bottles of these in the box. They're the exact same bottles. I'm sorry, and you also get this cup comes with it as well. Um, yeah. So basically, what you do, you pour this. Now, of course, it's empty because I've already finished the prep. I drank one yesterday, and I drank the other one this morning. So you pour this in here. Now, I'm not telling you to follow my instructions. Please don't, because you could have a completely different test. So I'm just telling you what my instructions were, right? This is for informational purposes only. I'm not telling you when you get your kid to follow what I say in the video. Absolutely not, right? So I had to pour this in here, and then whatever was remaining, I had to fill it up with water because I had to dilute it with water. And the line is here. This cup came with it. So you fill it about right here and you drink all of it, right? And let me just tell you, so I was like, I'm not gonna go, I'm not gonna be gross or anything like that. So I was thinking, okay, I drink it, and I was thinking like instantly I was gonna go. Some people may go instantly, but it took a couple hours. But I'm not gonna go into all that. I don't think y'all want to know all that, right? But I will tell you this: don't plan to be doing anything like if you taking a prep like this. be at home because you never know how your body is going to react. So I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie, because like I said, I started this yesterday, and I feel because your colon has to be clean, right? It has to be cleaned out. So yeah, and like I said, I have not eaten anything since Sunday. So yeah, Sunday. So, but yeah, what's today? Tuesday. So today is Tuesday. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Now, of course, by the time this video goes out to y'all, I will have had my colonoscopy because I am having it today, right? So prayerfully, all will go well. Like I say, this is my first one because nerves a little bit. Like you don't know what to expect. I've heard people say that it's not that bad. Actually, someone called me last night and I was telling them, kind of about it. Like I wasn't supposed to have this colonoscopy done. She was like, it's actually not that bad. She said, of course, it may feel a little weird, not as in uncomfortable, but a procedure like that, it's like, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here because I got some other things to do. Not anything major, but I get my shower and all that and waiting on my ride because like I said, I certainly couldn't drive myself and they don't want you using a Uber. But like I said, I just said I would come on here. I'll let y'all know how it goes. Let you know I just said I would just come on here just to encourage you because someone may come across this video 6 months from now, or even 3 months from now, or a year from now, and you may be having a colonoscopy and you may be, I don't know, feeling some sort of way. But I'm telling y'all, do what you can do. And I know everybody's circumstances aren't the same, like, due to finances, or maybe they don't have health insurance. But if you can, have your test done because it is really important. You know what I'm saying? Like, have your mammogram done. And for those of you that may not have medical insurance, you'd be surprised if you go on Google. There are some places that may sponsor, like give you a place you can go to have a mammogram for free because they know everybody doesn't have health insurance, right? Because usually when you have health insurance, you shouldn't have to pay for your mammogram. Well, I don't know, like I say, I don't quote me on that, but I know with mine I don't, because it's preventive. This is something that you're supposed to get every year, right? So yeah, but if you can, don't be afraid. Just pray, ask God to go before you, and just do it because it may save your life. I've heard some people say, oh, maybe if I had the test, you'd be surprised what people can catch early if they're, you know what I'm saying? Not saying it's gonna be anything, but it's just best to know. And like I said, when it comes to my health, my overall well-being, I don't take it lightly. I honestly do not. So I'm going to do my part, right? I'm going to show up even though I may not, want, like, do you think I really want to have a colonoscopy today? No, I don't. But I'm going to do it, right? So yeah, but this is going to end this video. I will see y'all in the next video. You will be seeing another video where I did a beauty supply haul. I've already uploaded this one, and it'll be more videos to come. Like I said, I'll let you know how this turns out and what my experience was like when I had the colonoscopy, okay? So yeah, I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I am. That's the thing. But let me go ahead and go. I think that was all I had to tell y'all. So like I said, have your test done, your mammogram. If you're a gentleman, I don't know what they call the test that people have. When men have their prostate, this stuff is really important, y'all. I'm telling you, it's just really important. You'll thank yourself later. So this is something that I try to instill in myself. Like I say, I don't play when it comes to my overall well-being, whether that's my mental health, my physical health, my emotional health. I don't. I take it seriously. I really do. Yeah. And we all should take it seriously, right? Wouldn't you agree? Okay. Well, let me go ahead and get off here. like I said, so I can go ahead and get my shower. I will see y'all in the next video. Like I say, this will be a part 2. I'll let you know how it went. Now, I doubt if I'll record. I doubt it. Footage when I get there, I doubt. But who knows? You never know. I may surprise y'all. Oh, bag number 2 here. This is, but I don't know yet. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. I will see you in the next video. And I think that was all I had to tell y'all. All right, y'all be blessed. Take care.